All right, we have The Shy, Season 3, Episode 9. Now, for those of you who've been watching my reviews, I wasn't feeling most of the season, but the last couple episodes been good. And it's starting to change my opinion on the season a little bit. Will the trend continue on Episode 9? Let's find out. And of course, this is a spoiler review. So if you didn't watch the episode yet, make sure you do that. Then return. Don't forget to click the notification bell, subscribe, like, share the video if you're feeling the content. Now let's get into it. Now, the big reveal I'm going to save for later because that was the most consequential thing that happened in this episode. But before I get into Ronnie and what happened with him, briefly want to talk about Keisha and Emmett, especially. So with Keisha, we're seeing that Keisha is continuing to try to recover from her kidnapping and rape. She having nightmares. She's waking up, breathing heavily. She has some type of breathing technique that she have on her phone, and you see the process is continuing, and it's going to be long. It's going to be a long road, but at least she's in therapy now. We got that, so that's a good thing. She's starting to go out a little bit more, even though she's having panic attacks, like she's seen a bus and she had a panic attack. Um, it's good to see that her and Kevin is starting to repair their relationship because in the last episode, Kevin wasn't very understanding of what his sister was going through. So you see, they starting to reconnect. He's going out with her, following her, um, ran with her, even though he didn't really want to because she always leave him because he's not as fast. But it was good to see that they starting to turn the relationship around again. So I like that part. But one thing that's going to make it hard for her to fully recover, we find out that she is pregnant. And if she wanted to move on with her life, I mean, this throws a major roadblock into it. Now, at first, it seemed like she was going to have an abortion, but at the end, we get hints that she might be having second thoughts because we see her looking up um, pregnancy symptoms. What do you go through on in your first trimester? So will she keep it? Will she have an abortion? I'm not sure. Um, my guess is that she might end up keeping the baby instead of having an abortion, which is, it's a very tough decision because what do you do in that situation? She was raped. Obviously, the baby was conceived without her consent for sex. So whatever her decision is, you gotta let her make that. It shouldn't be nobody putting pressure on her to do one thing or the other. In a situation like this, you just gotta tell her like, hey, I support whatever decision you make because it really is not a right or wrong decision in this particular situation. So that's what we see with Keisha. Now, with Emmett, Emmett is just extra sloppy. I don't know if y'all heard the saying before. Older folks used to tell me this when I was younger. There's a right way to do wrong, and Emmett need to learn this. I mean, to be honest, people cheat on their significant other all the time. Emmett and Tiff, excuse me, Emmett and Tiff is together, but they not married or anything like that. I'm not saying Emmett is right because Emmett is hella trifling, but my God, dude is just sloppy as hell. Now you have the woman that you cheated with chilling with Tiff. Like what is going on there? I shouldn't say they was chilling, but they was working. They in the same vicinity. Very sloppy. He wanted to talk to Dom about it, and seemed kind of mad that she wasn't stuck on him, or at least she wasn't letting on that she was stuck on him. I'm like, dude, what is you doing? and you acting mad guilty. Everybody around you is picking up on it, and I mean, just sloppy, man. Again, it's the right way to do wrong, you know. Um, but him and Dom is going into business together. They're about to open a restaurant, and I still want the Sunny storyline to be flushed out a little bit more. I really don't like the way they did it because, again, just last year he was expanding it. He was about to open a second location. All of a sudden, he got major financial problems. It doesn't make sense to me. It seemed that Emmett said that he bought out Sonny, but last time we seen him and Sonny talk, they had a major falling out and a major argument because Sonny checked him about him being underhanded. So that storyline is not flushed out to me. I don't know what's going on with that. But put that to the side. Emmett's trying to come up with names. He coming up with stupid names like Suck My Bone. Just all the names was terrible, to be honest. And he ended up selling on Smoky Barbecue. I mean, real generic name, but okay. Whatever. Hopefully he looked and see if that name is taken in that particular area, but who knows. Anyway, so that's what's going on with Emmett and Dom, but Emmett ended up proposing to Tiff. And to me, this seemed like a guilty proposal. It seemed like he feels bad about cheating on her. So he goes to a pawn shop, get a ring, and do a proposal. We'll see. We'll see how that lasts. We'll see if Tiff finds out because I think there's no way she don't find out because Emmett is way too sloppy. So that's only a matter of time before that blows up, in my opinion. But we'll see. Before we get to Ronnie, just one more storyline. You know, Duda was back this episode, and it seems that his wife and him is at major odds. She's trying to take more of a role in the campaign. She's not checking with him with certain things that she's saying, and they have a major conflict. So he ended up sending his wife home. And before that too, Papa Father, what is he into? Like when him and Duda was talking, I she said something to the fact that I want to talk to Angela again, right? I want to know what that's about because we saw that he was taking money from Camille before, right? Duda opponent in the mayor race. Now, did Duda give him money or is this another woman? I'm kind of curious to see how did Duda get Papa Father on his side because Papa Father does seem money hungry and it looks like he's not what he present himself as, obviously. So I'm interested to find out what's that about. But back to Duda's wife, he sends her off the campaign. Then she finds Jake going through the safe, right? And she gives Jake the combination. Maybe to sink his campaign because she's mad that he sent her home. So what exactly was in that folder that Jake and Trig gave to Camille's campaign? I guess we'll find out next episode. There's only one episode left. So, but back to the major developments in this episode. It was really Ronnie and his storyline, front and center. He's kind of being seen as a hero, and this is a complete 180 of the community view of him from the previous seasons. Because, go back to season 1, he murdered Kubi, and somehow he got away with it. Big storyline when it comes to that. But anyway, most of the community don't mess with him because we know that he killed Kubi. And he gets money from the church. He got a donation from Tracy organization, and you really see Tracy and Ronnie reconnect. And the whole time I was thinking, man, you might want to leave Tracy alone. I don't think Tracy is a bad person, but sometimes, you know, somebody that you really love might not be the best match for you. And y'all just not good together. Even though individually y'all might be good overall people, y'all might not be good together. So that's what I was thinking the whole time. I was like, Ronnie, please just take your money and head off to Springfield, join your boys. And looks like that's what he was trying to do. And that's was his intention. But he wanted to, well, Tracy offered to hang out with him a couple more times before he leave, and he wanted to do that. But in the beginning of the episode, when he was in the church, a young man stood up, was like, so what that he saved that bitch? He's still a murderer. He's still a murderer. So Ronnie should have took that as a sign and just be like, yo, I need to leave here as quick as possible because some people would never forgive him. So he had a job lined up. His boys was going to give him a hookup with a job. He got a little bit of money in his pocket. He should have just left immediately. But he wanted to stay with Tracy. And you see during Emmett grand opening of his restaurant, Smokies, he there, Kevin give him a nod. Um, he's eating with Tracy. You see them leave, and you see the same young man from the church creep up behind him and shoot him right in the back, and then in the back of the head. So there's no way Ronnie survived that. He's completely done, right? So this whole episode, I kind of had a feeling something like that was going to happen because of like the airtime they was giving Ronnie, and they building up to being a hero. I was like, are they about to kill him off? I was like, they either about to kill him off or something dramatic is about to happen to him. But the way the episode was set up, I had a feeling something like that was about to happen to him. I didn't foresee that in the previous episodes, but just the way that this particular episode set up, I wasn't surprised when it happened at the end. I was actually looking for something like that to happen. And, Ronnie haven't exactly been everybody's favorite character, but, he kind of redeemed himself this season. And it's ironic. The reason why he got killed was for killing Coogie in the first season, and the reason why he killed Coogie because he thought that Coogie killed Jason, but he did. Coogie just took the Jordans off his feet once. I don't know if it was Jordans, but whatever sneakers he had off his feet once Jason was killed. And, Jason was Tracy's son, and Ronnie considered himself to be Jason's father, even though he wasn't. You know, um, it's just ironic. It comes full circle to that. That's the reason why he was shot in the back of the head. And him being with Tracy is ironic as well because it was really Tracy that pushed him to do something about Jason's killer. And that's the reason why Ronnie killed Coogie in the first place. It was really because Tracy was grieving and was pushing for revenge. And, he wanted to be with Tracy so bad that he ended up killing Coogie over it. And it just comes back. It's crazy. Um, some people say you can't escape your past, but I don't know if that's fully true. But in certain circumstances, it is. And that's what we seen right here. Now, for the last episode, I wonder what Keisha and Kevin reaction is going to be. Because it seemed like Kevin kind of respected Ronnie now. And it seems that Keisha is really appreciative of what Ronnie did. So, how would this particular killing, how is Keisha going to process this? That's going to be interesting to see. Um, Tracy been through a lot. You know, her her son was murdered, and then just seeing, even though they wasn't together, somebody that she cared about being murdered right in front of her face. I don't know what she's going to do. You know, she's going to need to go to some therapy. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy. But that's The Chi, episode 9. In a nutshell, um, definitely the last 3 episodes have definitely been better. It took a while for the season to heat up, but it's heating up a little bit more. We'll see what the final episode bring us. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Again, don't forget to subscribe, like, share the video, fill the content. Peace.